I remember the days of Hotel Clovis being a hustling, bustling entity where people were using the hotel as a hotel, where there was restaurants. I remember the DeFores having their barber shop down there. I remember having JC meetings in the hotel. That whole block, which included the bank and everything around it, was commerce taking place. And that's really what drives us to return it to that particular state of being. For too long, 30 years it's been vacant, over 30 years, and we have an opportunity to return that property back to a tax contributing business that will benefit all of us. The hotel has meant in days gone by really the center of business activity. When people think of downtown, you can't think of downtown without thinking of the hotel. And in days gone by, it was the point where things revolved around in the downtown area. Since that has not been the case the last 30 years, it has remained the focus of people's reasoning as to whether or not to invest in downtown. I have had many people over the last 20 some odd years say to me, well, when something good happens to the hotel, downtown will come back. Well, I've been here all that time, and we've been back as far as that's concerned, but the public perception is that once the hotel is returned to a business that actually is doing business, downtown will be well. The result of turning this hotel back into private business hands, which is what will happen when we pass the affordable housing issue, we will have the opportunity to take the hotel off of the city government's hands as a tax liability, put it into the hands of a private investor who will own that property. And what will happen as he develops that, people are moving in there to live, businesses have come back to do commerce, and what the result is, the downtown perception is made well. People move back down to the downtown area to live, to work, to recreate, those kinds of things. That's what happens in every community that makes a viable determination to address downtown blight. And when we address that, and this hotel is one of the major parts of that, then people look at downtown saying, we're going downtown. They come downtown now for parades and those kinds of things, and they see an empty building like the hotel, and they don't leave thinking good things. Once we turn that into private business hands, and people are living in there, then the churches around start filling up again. The businesses all in this area start doing more business. That puts a smile on people's faces, and the city receives property tax and sales tax, and we move forward. I truly believe that if the affordable housing issue does not pass, then we are already scheduled to see the hotel come down in 2012. There'll be at least, very minimally, a $2 million expense to the taxpayers to tear it down, and that's not even including what it will cost to cart it off. Then we have nothing there except a vacant lot. And people will say, well, somebody will come along who wants to build. Well, there are other places they could be doing that in the downtown area, and that hasn't happened. So if it does not pass, I think it sets the downtown area back. It also makes things harder to pass, such as what the judicial people would like to see done. It becomes a domino effect in the negative direction. This could be the most positive thing for our community in putting a good foot forward in building the things that we need to build to accommodate the businesses and the people that we have in our community. And this, I think, is the catalyst. And it doesn't take but a $600,000 loan from the city, which will be paid back in very short time, just from the property taxes and the sales taxes that it generates.